What's going on, guys? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be giving you a crypto market update after the most bullish news in crypto's history, the Bitcoin ETF approvals. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. 25% of you are subscribed, so please support me by growing my content creation and liking the video as well. I'm currently running a membership on my channel. You can check that out by clicking the join button. It'll show you the perks as it shows you here on the screen. Here's my crypto market update. As always, guys, I'll start with a disclaimer. None of this information should be considered financial advice. It is for educational purposes only. So we'll start really broad. We'll start with the total crypto market cap. Then we'll look at particular tokens that I'm interested in. Then we'll take a look at NFTs, and then we'll take a look at some potential meme coins. We'll have a whole perspective on the market right now. So as you can see here, guys, we are quite bullish. We've broken above a long-term support and resistance level in total crypto market cap. That sits around that 1.6 to 1.7 sort of $1 trillion mark. What we're seeing right now is that we have broken above that level, and if we can close this weekly candle above that level, then I remain super bullish in the short term. What I'd love to see is that in the next week, we close above it, we then settle nice above it for 2 weeks straight, and then we continue towards the halvening later this year. If we move to altcoins perspective, okay, as you can see here, it looks like we're consolidating sideways for a bit. So altcoins would expect a breakout in the coming weeks. So probably the next 2 weeks, I'd expect either breakout up or a breakdown of altcoin total crypto market cap for altcoins. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Now, Bitcoin dominance is showing a lot of weakness. Now, this chart here shows you that when it trends up, you want to kind of probably stay predominantly in BTC because that's what the market is doing. At the moment, as you can see, it broke this trend and it has rejected since it's moved down from that point as well. So that's showing me a lot of weakness in the Bitcoin dominance. That is because tokens such as ETH have really ran up hard and started to break out in the past week. As you can see here, ETH is up quite a lot, which is great to see because the ETH ecosystem and ETH the token have been lagging. They've been playing second fiddle to tokens like Solana, AVAX, and other altcoins that we've seen run really hot this cycle. So I'm really bullish on ETH at the moment. It's obviously testing some previous support and resistance levels here at around that 2.6K region. If it can break that, then ETH heads to about 3,000, and then 3.3K would be my next target. For BTC, guys, it's consolidating here. It broke out above. Again, this wick was quite a strong wick up to a new sort of high. So this is the first time we've seen a test of this previous high from 2022. So I would like to see it obviously break above and hold that level. If it can, then flip it nice and bullish moving into 2024. All right, onto some altcoins, guys. Solana's flirting with that level of 100 sol. So I'd love to see it sort of consolidate here. We after a mammoth run, okay? If you caught just the breakout, guys, we're still up about 3.7x, and you hit about a 4.7x the past couple of weeks. So Solana's chilling out here, which is fine, which is healthy. Nothing can go up only forever. So I'd love for Solana to consolidate here, then break this big resistance level at about 114 sol, and then move up towards an all-time high in 2024. AVAX, similar story with AVAX. Okay, we have a big horizontal resistance level at around that $43 mark. We did flip it, we couldn't hold it, so I'd love for AVAX to consolidate here, break above it, retest this, and then move up into 2024. A lot more upside in AVAX compared to Solana at the moment. If you look at its all-time high, so AVAX is still around about a 3x, probably nearly 3 to 4x to its all-time high. So AVAX is definitely one that I've been very bullish on for a while, but is the one that I'm predominantly looking to pick up at the moment. The next top couple altcoins are within those ecosystems. So this is what Radium looks like. As you can see here, it has a tremendous upside. It's still about a 12 to 13x to its all-time high from current price levels. Okay, so as you can see there, about a 13x. So there's still a lot of upside, but if we dive in a little bit closer, guys, and have a look at what's happening, it obviously couldn't, similar story to like Solana and AVAX, it couldn't hold that breakout level. So what I'd like it to do is to consolidate here, and then look to potentially move up into this region, retest it as support, and then break higher into 2024. That's Radium. IMX is another one, Immutable X. As you can see here, a lot of consolidation after a massive move up earlier or later last year and earlier this year. So again, we're looking at consolidation for IMX and a breakout in probably the next week or two. Beam, another predominant token on AVAX. As you can see here on the chart, guys, it's showing a lot of strength consolidating around these prices. So I'd love to see it hold these levels and then move up as we start to see the rest of the market move up into 2024. Last couple of tokens, guys, we have Vulcan Forge. It's just consolidating after, again, it had a mammoth breakout in late 2023. But as you can see here, guys, it's just consolidating, waiting for a break up or a breakdown, depending on what the market does. The last two tokens I want to show you is Say. Say's been on an absolute tear. There's no secret. It's NFTs, it's memes. Everything is running hot on Say at the moment. I'm looking at this potential as a breakout. Whether it breaks up or breaks down, I will play that by price action and be looking for a potential short or a potential long. The last one is obviously Celestia. Celestia, as you can see, it broke out, it retested this breakout, it then broke higher. So I'd love to see this continuing nice and high. So if it can come back down, retest, and then bounce again with strength, that shows me more strength. But the more time, say Celestia was to come down here, bounce a little bit, bounce again, more than likely it actually breaks back into this region. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking at for Celestia. So those are the top altcoins and the top BTC, Solana, and ETH that I'm looking at. Obviously, over the past sort of week, we've seen a lot of ETH ecosystem tokens run, which is fantastic to see. We see ENS up 60%. We see Ethereum Classic up 50%. We see BONK up 35% as a meme play on Solana. So that's great to see. We see Sui, another L1 competitor, up 35% for the week. As I said before, a staking protocol Rocket Pool on Ethereum is up 20%. Bitcoin Cash randomly up 17%. And we are seeing a lot of other tokens move up. But as you can see here, Ethereum's actually trending for the most returns in the past week, which is great to see. And then lastly, we have obviously Arbitrum, which is an L2 on Ethereum moving up, and obviously Blur is that NFT marketplace, which we will check out very shortly. So if we do move to NFTs, guys, this is on Crypto Slam. As you can see on here, we actually have a big sales day in the last 24 hours on Ethereum. Now that's really interesting because for me, it's actually because people are dumping into bids. So that obviously brings a lot of volume. It doesn't mean there's a lot of buyers. As you can see here, only 10K buyers, which is only up 6%, whereas volume is up quite a lot because people are actually dumping into potential tokens. And we'll look at that very shortly. But BTC is predominantly the main NFT marketplace that is dominating in terms of volume. Solana is starting to pick up 50% in the last 24 hours. As you can see over here, punks are taking a lot of volume, which is great to see. We have some new Polygon NFTs running hot. They're a game on there, so definitely check that out. Saga Monkeys was a huge pump. We caught that live on stream the other day, so be sure to check out that stream. Avalanche NFTs are starting to heat up, so it's really good to see that there's NFTs across several different blockchains. If we look at the last 7 days, guys, BTC dominates in terms of sales volume. As you can see over here, BRC20s, which are altcoins or memecoins on Bitcoin, are also dominating. And obviously, Polygon is starting to heat up with that Gas Hero game, so definitely do your due diligence and check them out. Moving specifically to some NFT marketplaces. So this is Ethereum, this is on Blur. As you can see here, apes for the first time for a long time have broken down below 23 ETH. Mutants are down below 4 ETH, which is just crazy, okay? But it's just showing you that people are dumping into the bids, okay? That's why there's a lot of red here in the market across the 7-day and the 1-day, and they're dumping into bids because they want to hold either Ethereum or they want to get into some altcoin alternatives. So Moonbird's below 1 ETH. We're starting to see people really start to fade some Ethereum NFTs. Outside that, we're looking at either new mints or new sort of plays like some gaming tokens like Overworld and that side of thing start to heat up the NFT space there. But outside those, it's obviously only the punks and the pudgies that are really showing a lot of strength in the Ethereum ecosystem. If we move to Solana specifically, guys, you're seeing a lot more sort of potential mint and flip sort of plays. We've obviously had the Saga Monkeys as an airdrop to the Solana mobile holders. They ran to about 14 SOL, which is just crazy. All right, we have Fraganas that ran to about 17 SOL. They're back down at 4 SOL. We're seeing Tensorians and Mad Lads hold up really nicely around that 180 for Mad Lads and around that 100 for Tensorians. Obviously, they've got their airdrop coming up. Mad Lads are that premier sort of collection on Solana. Magic tickets are essentially maybe a potential airdrop on Magic Eden. I haven't invested in that just yet, but I am curious to see whether that plays out after the Tensorians and the Tensor have their airdrop. Clanos are holding nicely at about 33 Solana, and that's all I'm really looking at the moment. If we move to another chain, we're looking at Bitcoin at the moment, guys. So no monkeys are down at 0.148 BTC after running to literally about 2x that floor at about 0.29 BTC. I'd love for them to move down to 0.1, and I'd be very interested in picking one up around that region. Bitcoin frogs are a stable coin around that 0.2 region. Okay, puppets ran up to nearly 0.04. They have since retraced about 50%, so I'll be curious to see if they do bounce soon. Obviously, Goosenals ran up to a similar sort of range around that 0.03 BTC, but they're back down at 0.027. Hashlings, a new mint on BTC just yesterday. Good to see them see a bit of love. They ran up to 0.3 yesterday, 0.03, sorry, to clarify. They have retraced a little bit. And OMBs, obviously one of your top collections on ordinals, are back down at 0.46 after going above 0.5. Bitcoin is really interesting at the moment. People are still flipping to make some extra Bitcoin. You have the Taproot Wizards coming soon, and you also have the Ninja Alerts NFT dropping on ordinals soon too. So be very curious to see how ordinals play out, but they are dominating in terms of volume every single day. The next one I want to show you is actually Pallet. Okay, now Pallet is your Say network, your Say blockchain, and they've seen so much love, so much volume, and so much potential for gains. Okay, so we're seeing we bump up to 1,640 Say. We're seeing Sayans up to 80 Say. We're seeing Dob run really hot today. They were a mint that we bump got access to. The colonies holding nice and strong at 1,200 Say. Sayans are at 315. So there's a lot of potential plays on Say if you get onto that blockchain. It's super fast, even faster than Solana in some particular ways. But it's great to see liquidity move across the space. Now, if we flip over to some meme coins that I'm looking at, Miro just touched 107 million before, which is crazy. It's so good to see. I shared it as a tweet at about 16 mil. That was when I called it on Twitter and in my private group, and it's great to see that run up over 100 million. We've obviously received a huge buy yesterday of $6 million. Not sure if that was just a Jupiter exchange problem, but it has since seen a big volume spike and obviously a big spike in price, up around 60% since yesterday, which is great to see. Sorry, more than that, 1.5x since yesterday. So great to see. The last sort of things I want to touch on, guys, is that crypto is in a really fascinating spot right now. We obviously had the BTC approvals, so it's great to see that Bitcoin is being approved by these Web2 institutions, these huge hedge funds. Shout out to Cathie Wood for shilling Bitcoin, calling it to several hundred thousands of a price. So I'd love to see Bitcoin move up. As you can see here, guys, it's just bullish after the years, and it's so good to see Web2 start to adopt crypto and see what we've been doing for such a long time. So there's my market overview for crypto, in covering NFTs, in covering meme coins, in covering altcoins, and covering total crypto market cap. So there you have it, guys, a complete overview of the crypto market update at the moment. If you like my content, please subscribe. It supports me as a content creator, and like the video. As always, guys, take care, and I'll see you again soon.